Okay, we only have 2 weeks left worth of math lessons. I'm going to go ahead and post both weeks' lessons all at once so that you can work ahead and be finished for the year, okay? So I'm just kind of cheating the system so that you can be finished early. It's also going to help all of your teachers with grades for progress for report cards if you can do all of your work for the next 2 weeks all during this week and get it over with. It's just very helpful to us. Okay. Problem number 1. We need to look at this equation, y equals 6x. And then we need to see if this equation works for the way that this table is filled out. And then we're going to say yes or no. So the equation says that the y number should equal the x number with a 6. What does 6x mean? Do we remember what it means when you have a number next to a letter? And this is not the times symbol. This is the x number. So what does 6x means? It means you have 6 of these x's. And then you have 6 of those x's. Then you have 6 of those x's. What does of mean? Do you remember 6 of those? It means times. So 6 times the x. 6 times the x. 6 times the x. Okay, see if this rule applies. 6 times the x, does that give you that y? 6 times that x, does it give you that y? 6 times that x, does it give you that y? If it applies for all of the table, then you circle yes. If it does not apply for all of the table, you circle no. Got it? Okay. Dividing fractions. Do we remember? Can you say it? Keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep, we're going to change, and we're going to flip. But we can't flip it unless it's a fraction. We need to make it a fraction first, then we can flip it. Now, how do I multiply? I multiply straight across. So I need to multiply the tops, then I need to multiply the bottoms. Then I need to see if my answer can be simplified. How do we simplify? We try to slide it on our chart. Okay, number 3. Draw a model, which means they want a picture, and solve the equation for the following problem. Now, I'm going to be really nice to you, and I know you're going to love me because I'm going to change this to make this a little bit easier. I don't want you to have to draw a model for 20 pounds of fruit. So we're going to change this. And instead of having 20 pounds of fruit, I want you to do 5 pounds of fruit. Okay? So that you can draw a model to show 5. So 5 pounds of fruit. Alicia bought 5 pounds of fruit for $8.60. How much did she pay per pound? Okay, how much did she pay per pound? So we need to draw the 5 pounds. Got it? And then we're going to take the $8.60 and split it among the pounds of fruit. The easiest way to do this would be to draw blocks. So we have 8 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have 6 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we don't have any hundredths. Not right now, we don't. Okay, so 8 whole dollars, 60 cents. We're going to split that per pound. So I'm going to pick up 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put 1 to each pound of fruit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now those are done. Now, can I pick up 5 more? No, I only have 3, which means these have to be broken apart into tenths. We're dealing with decimals, tenths. So you need 10 of these, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for this one. Okay, there they are. Now I don't have enough blocks, so what I'm going to do is draw it instead. It's a lot easier to draw it anyway. So we have these 6 that we're starting with, so I'm going to draw those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's the 6 that I started with. Then I needed to draw 10 that I just changed these out for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I need to draw 10 more for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then draw 10 more for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now they're all in tenths, and I'm going to pick up 5 at a time and drop them into the pounds of fruit. So picking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I drop them in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick up 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going until you get all of the tenths dropped into the pounds of fruit. Then you're going to draw your answer. How many pounds of fruit did you put into how many cents, money, how much money did you drop into 1 pound of fruit? Well, so far there's $1 whole in each box. You're just going to keep going until you know how many tenths are in each box, in each pound of fruit, and then you'll have your answer. So you're going to finish this one on your own, which means if you weren't drawing those with me, you're going to be lost. You're going to have to start all over. Okay, here we go. Name of figure. Well, we've got to name this figure. What is this shape called? We've got to go back to our 2D figures, huh? Do we remember what we called this shape? That is a trapezoid. So we're going to say trapezoid. Now we have to name it. A, B, C, D. It's trapezoid A, B, C, D. That's its name. Now, name one pair of parallel line segments. So let's go with AD. There's AD, okay? Line AD. What other line segment is parallel to AD? You're going to find the other line segment that is parallel and write that line segment right here. So is it AB, DC, or BC? Okay. Now we're going to need to find an angle finder. Okay. Now you don't have your angle finder. I know, because you left it at school and it's forever lost. But you can create your own angle finder at home. Okay. I'm looking for a piece of paper that I was using earlier. Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay. I had to do this with 4th grade earlier. You're going to get any sheet of notebook paper that you have, and you're simply going to go to the corner and you're going to shade in a corner just like I did. Okay, you just shade in one of the corners. Now you're going to take that corner and you're going to stick it into each angle, and you're going to label the angles on the outside. So if I take this and I go all the way in, I notice that this black spot is sticking out. Okay, so this one is too small, it's too tiny. That makes this an acute angle. So I label it A for acute. Then I've got to turn it, and I'm going to try to go into this corner. But notice that there's a gap here. So that means my angle finder can move around inside there. It doesn't match up just perfectly. So that makes this an obtuse angle. So I label it O for obtuse. You're going to keep going and label each angle of this shape and then count how many right angles did you find? How many acute angles did you find? How many obtuse angles did you find? And you're just going to make your list. All right, moving on to this one. You have a scatter plot here, which means the dots have just been scattered onto the board. And you need to write the coordinates for them in a table. So they have done this point for you. So this one is done, okay? The X was Y. The X was 1 and the Y was 3. So this is coordinates 1, 3. You need to go on and put the coordinates in the table for each one of these points and fill in the rest of your table. So it would be easiest if you just moved your way down the X. So you're going to go on to the X2, okay? And you're going to label all of the points on the X coordinate of 2. So this would be 2, 4. The Y is 4. Are there any more on 2? No, there are not. So move on to 3 and do the 3. So we're done with that one. Here's the 3. My X is 3, my Y is 2. Are there any more on the 3? No. So we're done. Move on to the 4 and keep going down the table. Okay. That's that one. I'm going to do a separate video for our next page.